I have seen in India the difference between India and Japan. When they take the vehicle out of their house to start, the Indian drivers, I see them just praying, just at least like this, they're putting their folded hands, they're doing a prayer. But the same thing when it comes to Japanese. Maybe they do the prayer, but their prayer involves in checking every part of the vehicle before they start the vehicle, the tires. They have a count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That count is very, very important. Yes. When I went for the driving license, I had a two-wheeler driving license, four-wheeler driving license, and a heavy vehicle driving license also. International driving license, yeah. In spite of all that, when I went to Japan, they couldn't allow me to use the driving license. I can use it only for 3 months. After 3 months, I have to take the Japanese driving license. So I went for the Japanese driving license, and before going, my business partner friend, he told me, no, it is different. You have to practice. So he was trying to tell me, before you enter the vehicle, you have to go around and check the tires 1, 2, 3 for the body, and then before you open the door, you have to point a finger to the left hand side of the road to see whether any vehicle is coming. After you have to point a finger, then you have to open the door. Once you go sit inside, it is 1 and 2 and 3. What you should switch on, what you should start. Before you start the vehicle, you have to put the indicator and look through the mirror to find out any vehicle is coming. Then you take it. So many things. I said, that is not needed. And he said, you are a bushman. You drive like a bushman. I thought, I know driving very well. So there's not a problem. I went for the first test. I failed. Second test, I failed with all that practice, and this person, Japanese man, was helping me. A partner was helping me. Third test, I failed. Fourth test, I failed. Fifth test, I told my Japanese, this time if that inspector is going to fail me, I'm going to punch him right on his face. And fifth time, he passed me and said, not enough, you must go back and practice. Such is that clarity was very, very, very important. Expression non-stop, like what we had it in India long back. Every cooking, the person who's cooking recites a mantra of that cooking, yes, the recipe of that cooking, and cook will be really powerful because they get involved. But nowadays, many ashrams have taught them to say, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, or something of that God's song. But no, let it be. Even the recipe should be godly. Yes, and it is godly. It was godly. But people forgot to express in that way. That was the start of our destruction. Find your strength in flexibility, said Maureen Catherine Connolly, born on 17 September 1934 in California, died in 21st 1969 in Texas in USA. Known as the Little Mo, was an American tennis player, the winner of 9 major single titles in the early 1950s. In 1953, she became the first woman to win a Grand Slam, all 4 major tournaments during the same calendar year. She is also the only player in history to win a title without losing a set at all 4 major championships. The following year, in July 1954, a horseback riding accident seriously injured her right leg and ended her competitive tennis career at the young age of 19. Maureen Catherine Connolly said, find your strength, yes. Like Ramana Maharshi said, ask who am I? Find your strength. That was the strength Maureen Catherine Connolly said in a different language, like India's saint said, Ramana Maharshi said, ask who am I? And the Christian saint Jesus Christ said, knock and the door shall be opened. That was the strength to knock. Before you should knock, you should understand your strength. Find your strength. Yes, Bob Marley said, awake, rise. Bob Marley said, get up, stand up. Get up, stand up is a strength. Get up and stand up. Yes, don't sit when you see bad things happening. The silence of the wise men, of the good people, was creating the damage. Bob Marley understood. So he said, get up, stand up. And Swami brought it in another language. Awake, rise. Awake, rise. Yes. Maureen Catherine Connolly, the youngest age, who could just win and win and win. Yes, with just one language, find your strength. And she found the strength. The strength was what the warrior code says, to roar like 1,000-man warrior. You have the strength of 1,000-man warrior. You are 1,000-man. When you believe you can work like 1,000-men, where does injustice comes? Where does torture come? Where can the language of jealousy come? Where can the language of copycat comes? You have no time, because the 1,000-man warrior is blooming inside your body. You have seen the entire universe right inside you, the good and the bad. Find your strength, said Maureen Catherine. Inflexibility. Not a single exercise, even including the factory workers. They won't start even the prayer or the factory work without doing exercise in Japan. I do not know what is happening with the world. Yes, the Japanese martial arts, anything we call it with karate, judo, aikido, kendo, anything of that sort starts with stretching exercise, the flexibility exercise, the stretching exercise for 1 full hour. And after they finish, again another 1 hour of stretching exercise. The Japanese coach, the old person who was in my London Tokai Martial Arts Center, where I was staying in 1989, I got my leg pull, and it sprained my leg during a circuit training, and comes and tells me all these years till the age of 60, not in once I had it, because I do my stretching before and after. To make sure the stretching is that stretching comes from your samskriti, warming up, loosening up every part of your body. That is what God has given the machine, to look into every part of your car before you start the car, the kitchen machine, things, clean it up and do the puja, not before that. After cleaning is the puja. Before you say namaskara, you have to make sure that you are strong even to say namaskara to the saint or to the temple or to enter the church. That makes you powerful to love your family. Because in your flexibility, you can flexibly enter into anybody, like the water can penetrate any hardest object. You can penetrate deep inside your wife and your family. And the joint family happens of its own. Family tree stands stronger and taller. Be flexible, not only in the mind, but in your physical aspect.